all throughout the hallway, all you would hear is wah, wah, wah.
What?
One day, a deer somehow wandered into our field during
What?
recess. He killed it. He killed the deer. This guy had about a 2 foot long, 2 foot wide paddle made of wood so
And he was kids with it. Oh my gosh. Put this dude in jail, bro. I was in private school for like 3 years, bro. I was in private school for 3 years, but I was in public school for pretty much every single other year. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a big difference, bro.
If a kid got too rowdy or started acting too crazy, they would drag you to his office, and all throughout the hallway, all you would hear is wah, wah, wah.
What?
Do I think schools should bring back punishments?
Absolutely. Absolutely. These kids is too bad back nowadays, bro.
Absolutely. I just watched a video of a girl putting her teacher in a headlock just for taking her cell phone, and
Yo, I saw a video the other day of he looked like he was a lineman on a football team. Got into an argument with the little white teacher. She had to be like 50, 60 years old. God. One punch. Like clocked it back. Boom. Like these kids are getting too bad, bro. We need to bring back whoopings. Y'all not gonna like this, bro. Y'all call it child abuse. I call it discipline. There's no way all these children wasn't doing it like this. It's at an alarming rate nowadays. This student generation is nuts, bro, because they know they can get away with it.
I'm letting you know right now, if I gotta turn into Carl Anthony Towns just because you crackheads want your cell phone, the next place you guys are gonna hear from me is from a cell phone. I'm going to jail. Kids are too big these days to not have some sort of enforcement. I'm not saying hit them, but I should be able to press a button that airplane ejects them out of a classroom.
Oh no, I'm saying don't like beat them up, obviously, but like listen, we gotta get some type of discipline. Like listen, something gotta happen. I don't know. Talking about some mental trauma. Yeah, that mental trauma. Make sure they don't do that ever again. Yeah, don't be over there hitting teachers
if they don't listen, because back in my day they never let us get away with any of that nonsense. So here are the most unusual punishments I've ever seen, and we're gonna rank them from S tier to F tier, and the calculations are fully based off vibes and not data. Okay, let's go. First on the list, dunce cap or dunce cap. For those of you that don't know what it is, when kids acted dumb or actually were dumb in class, they put a pointy hat on your head so that the other kids will laugh at you. And
No. What school did he go to? What school did he go to? Oh man, the jokes I would have had back in the day if they had this dude. Oh my gosh, yo, oh man, that would never have happened.
Hopes that the embarrassment would motivate you to be better. I'm gonna give this one a D because a nigga like me who got made fun of for being dark skinned is not feeling the joke.
All right, bro, that's not. See, you're not gonna get
jokes the kids are throwing at me for being stupid.
Yo, that's first of all, every black child knows this one. Zay, where you at? I can't see. It's too dark. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Teachers ain't do nothing about it either. They probably laughing themselves.
Take the little rope from his backpack straps and started hitting me in the back with it, telling me to get back to work before he gets the massa. And personally, that was
y'all ain't fight back. Yeah, y'all ain't fight back. Y'all ain't stand on business.
My Canon event, he had all the O's laughing. Second up, we got silent lunch. This is another low.
This F tier. Silent lunch was F tier. That wasn't like, all right, bro. Like, I don't get them. I got one like class period where I don't get to say nothing. Oh,
one in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a
that's
solid
F. Yeah,
F
that's an F. That's an F.
Who wants nothing more than to not interact with other niggas? Silent lunch.
Sometimes that silent lunch do be hitting. Like, all right, I don't want to talk to nobody today, bro.
curse and more like a blessing. I remember seeing kids getting silent lunch and I would be jealous because I wanted to have it. And that's not how a punishment's supposed to feel. The only problem was that to get silent lunch, you would typically have to yap more than a Bruce dropping off apology video. And I'm not doing that. I only had silent lunch one time in my life. Until this day, I've never taken a better
What was that stray? What was
silent
that
lunch. You would
stray
typically have to
bullet?
yap more than a Bruce drop him off apology
Oh
video. And
my
I'm not doing
gosh.
that. I only had silent lunch one time
What
in
was
my
that
life.
stray?
Until this day, I've never taken a better nap on a desk. Third on this list is a good one. Okay, we got no recess.
Oh, that sucked. But chat, I used to have no recess because I would personally, I had like asthma issues growing up. So I couldn't go out to recess sometimes because my asthma would be that bad. So I had to stay inside by myself, bro. Bro, that's like ace S tier, dude. Like, but I had it multiple. I had it for half a year one time. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. But thank God we live in like I live in the north. Like so like when it gets cold, you can't go outside. So like most of the recess was like inside, but still, bro. Them outside recesses, bro. Them times I turned into Odell Beckham. I turned into LaDainian Tomlinson on the field. I was Kobe Bryant on the court. I was Derek Jeter on the court on the field. Like I messed up on so many highlights because I couldn't go outside.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this one
S. Yes,
As
it's
a
S.
little boy, there's nothing more important than going to recess and racing the other guys to see who's the
Man, that was really Usain out there, bro. Man, I remember the first time I won.
fastest in a certain
Now I ain't win every race, but I was in the mix. I was in the mix. Trust me.
So not being able to do that because you got in trouble in class is basically social sabotage, which also kind of ties into another school punishment: no after school activities. This is an A tier punishment, just like the recess. Only reason it isn't S tier is
I didn't really stay after school, so
because even though I wanted to play the sport, I never wanted to go to practice, bro.
Oh, after but not enforced by the school. Not like when you're younger. My school didn't have those when I was really young. We didn't have any sports actually. You had to go like it was like recreational. So
it was
but I was
hard.
never
If
bad
I got in
though.
trouble,
So
at least that means I don't have to
actually I lied, but
sprint. And that
I was semi
to me is
bad.
worth
I was
it,
semi.
because on my high school basketball team, I played center, okay? And I don't know why they thought they were
Oh, we're going high school too? Oh no, wait, there was no punishments in high school.
gonna get the next Shaq out of me. Instead of
Not
Shaquille
like that.
O'Neal, I was more like a Shaquille, oh no, I'm not coming to practice today. So any excuse to not run like I'm practicing for a Tom Cruise action movie stunt double,
yeah.
I was taking it. Punishment number 4 is pink slips. I don't
Pink
know if
slips.
you guys had this one, but this is for when you get in trouble on the bus. And getting a pink slip was crazy because pink slips are handed out by bus drivers and not teachers. In my
Oh,
school, one pink slip
yeah.
was all it ever took
I never got one. That's why I was confused. I seen there's multiple people that got
to
this.
make anyone act right. I've never seen a single soul in my life act worse because as soon as you get one pink slip, they force you to make your parents sign it. And on top of that, your parents had to come into school and have a discussion about it. And if your parents are even half as first generation as mine are, man,
I ain't never got that,
sounding
though.
like an Indiana Jones movie night when I got a pink slip. I literally got whipped into shape. I dang near came back to school with a chest and a six-pack because if you get a second pink slip, then you are permanently
Banned from the bus?
My family is
Oh
sacred to me.
no!
It
Banned from the
all
bus
the
is
one going to
crazy.
school, the one coming back from school,
Even the one for after school when you gotta go on the buses to go to the games, you're banned.
school
That's
buses.
crazy.
If you wanted to go on the field trip and you were somehow Peter Parker, you would have a better chance at Uncle Ben taking you than my school letting you back on that bus. Number
Alright, chill
5,
out.
we got the infamous time out.
Oh, okay. Preschool timeouts is S. Preschool timeouts is S. I'll never forget. Another time I was such a bad kid back like the first like 5 years of my life. I was bad. I was pushing people off swings. I was pushing people off stools. I was evil. I was mean. I won't say I was evil. I was mean. I was bad. I would be sitting in that chair, turned around like this, chat. Y'all, man, they would be like, go in timeout, 15-minute timeout. I go like this too. Sit there like that, shrugging. Arms crossed like this. Made that same noise. turn around for 15 minutes, won't say a word to nobody. Stand on business. Teacher be like, all right, you can get up now. I stand like this for a little, like 5 seconds, make it seem like I don't really care like that. Then she say it again. I'm like, all right, bet. You know, see, you gotta stand on business. See, that's what I did from an early age. If we're talking about effectiveness of the timeout, it never worked. It was actually probably one of the worst punishments, but it was a good way for me to show that I stand on business. That's what it showed. Because that was the one time I had power.
Throw it all away. F tier. I've never seen it work. I've never heard it work.
But it hurt because like they used to have timeouts. They used to schedule them timeouts evilly too. They used to put the timeouts at recess. At like 3 years old, but when I was like 3, 4 years old in pre-K, put them at recess. I had to sit in the corner while all my friends outside. Then the 15-minute mark come up. All right, you can get out now. They tell me go out. 5 minutes later, whistle. Everybody get in line. We're going back in. I know it wasn't no 15 minutes. It was definitely like 25 minutes because recess is 30.
Time out was a person, I tell him to kill him. Number 6 is teachers cutting off your hair.
My mom's not letting that happen, so that's impossible.
So we're gonna start speeding through this a little bit so my team doesn't hate me. Sorry guys. I didn't even know that they did this outside of the military. But could you imagine getting into a fight during school and losing said fight?
Only the parents do that, really. I've only seen parents really do that.
And now the teacher is gonna make you look like an airbender. Catching two-phase in
that's
one
S.
day screams S tier to me.
S.
Definitely would keep me out of trouble. I like this one. At number 7, we got forcing you to read your notes out loud. This one is a solid C for me. It's not scary, but it can be, because imagine you're passing a note to your crush and the teacher sees it and she's making you read it out loud. And the whole time while you're reading it, shorty is avoiding eye contact with you maliciously. Oh, yeah, that would be my 13 reasons.
I ain't no pass no
Amazon
notes.
looking for what rope matches my.
I just talk to them. I just whisper. Then they'd be like this. Would you care to share the class what you're talking about? Are you talking about this? Yes, we're actually talking about the thing with this and this and this. Yep, I was always on point with it. They could never catch me with that.
Number 8, threatening to call your parents. A classic one.
I give it an A. I give it an A. It depends on your parents. Because if you want to know if you got one of them parents, most likely you ain't gonna get. It's really an F for you. But if like me, and like it's like an S. It can go to an S depending on what you did. It can go to an S.
And it's not that it's not good enough to be an A or even an S tier, but sometimes parents genuinely don't care about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So even if you call them, nothing changes, and that has nothing to do with the punishment itself. That has everything to do with the parents and how they hold their kids accountable. So B tier. Number 9, we're getting a little spicy here. Getting on your knees with frozen peas on the ground.
Excuse me?
It's giving psycho, because who looked at a bag of frozen peas and immediately thought of kids afterwards?
That's a thing?
That's the only question
I've never heard of
that for this one, because honestly, yuck. There's just so many options.
Yeah, I hate peas.
You could do before getting to this one, and I'm just not a fan of this one. Last one is punishment number 10, which is the
Chat. I ain't never got hit with no paddle in my life, but I gotta understand what that would feel like. I ain't never got hit with no paddle in my life, but I gotta understand how that feels.
Paddle. And this one, man, this one right.
Yeah, it's above S. I feel
right here is S tier, purely because of how absolutely
I know the pain is crazy.
Everyone was of this punishment. In my old elementary school, we had this huge principal. I'm talking about huge. For context, one day a deer somehow wandered into our field during recess. He killed it. He killed the deer. This guy had about a 2-foot long, 2-foot wide paddle made of wood. And
he was kids with it. Oh my gosh. Put this dude in jail, bro. The evidence is clear. He beat up a deer with his bare hands or with a paddle. Nah, you gotta go to jail, buddy. You too dangerous to be kept alive.
Strong. You couldn't break it even if you wanted to. And the paddle was kept in his
a
office
box
inside of a case only for his use. And if
boy was keeping up all type of weapons.
a kid got too rowdy or started acting too crazy, they would drag you to his office and
he would hit you with it
out the hallway. All you would hear is wah, 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 and kids are crying.
Gosh.
Wah, wah.
What kind of school he go to?
Why? Which is crazy, but that was the most academically successful school that I ever attended. I'm pretty sure it was one of, if not the best school in that county. So take it how you want it. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Whoopings low key work. Kind of, I ain't gonna lie. They whoop you into shape. It work. It low key works.
But to be clear, I'm not saying this is the right way to operate a.
I'm for these bad kids. They need to. These kids coming up, I don't know what's going on. These high school, these middle school kids, they be getting a little. I gotta blame the parents though. They.
School. Matter of fact, none of these are, because the decision falls on the shoulder of you, the person. Parents in schools can guide you, instilling.
No. Absolutely not. I blame the parent, because listen. Unless you were, I say the cutoff is about like 13, because even when you're 12, you really don't know what's really going on. I'll say 13, 14 is when you, okay, then it's your really, like, you have a little bit more responsibilities to do stuff, right? Anything under that falls under the parents. Y'all are the worst. This generation of parents is the worst generation of parents of all time. By far. I don't care what y'all say. This is the worst generation of parents.
Things like respect
by
and
far.
Compassion, yet the core of who you are is in the choices you make daily. Choosing to be good isn't instantly rewarding, and in a world that values shortcuts, being a bad person seems beneficial. But remember, being good is like a promise of being a better person yourself and making the world a better place. So when you have the option to take the easy route or stand on business for what you know is right, just know your decision does change the world. The true reward isn't in personal satisfaction, but in knowing you're making a positive difference, one choice at a time. With that,
that's a good speech. But I'm gonna let y'all run right now. Sometimes you gotta actually stand on business and stand on business.